At least 2 people were killed when armed men in uniform torched the headquarters of the main opposition party in Kinshasa on Tuesday, September 20th, witnesses said, beginning a second day of protests and raising the death toll in Congo to 37 over the past 2 days, according to Human Rights Watch. Opposition groups are demanding free elections be held this year, which appears increasingly unlikely to happen.
Comme nous, on n'est pas des Congolais, nous sommes des étrangers, parce qu'on souffre dans notre pays même.
These attacks have received scant media coverage, and while the violence prompted international condemnation, some argue there will be no concrete action because the international community is ingratiated to a Congolese regime supplying them with the country's vast array of mineral resources.
In gold, diamonds, copper, cobalt, tin, uranium, coltan, and many other precious minerals. Congo has 64% of the Earth's coltan, a precious mineral that is needed for our modern electronics like iPhones, iPads, computers, laptops.
The United Nations said 4 other opposition party offices were set alight overnight Tuesday. A Reuters witness saw 2 charred bodies inside the burnt-out offices of the Union for Democracy and Social Progress, Congo's main opposition party, next to empty gasoline cans. 2 other people were badly injured, witnesses said. The government, which is facing down protests against President Joseph Kabila, denied its forces were involved. The protest on Monday, September 19th, followed a decision by the Election Commission to seek to postpone the next presidential election, which was due to be held in November.
Notre réaction, elle est de résister au maximum et de chasser cette dictature, c'est clair. On ne va pas continuer à vivre avec des sauvages pareils. Le peuple est aujourd'hui en colère. Le peuple veut mettre fin à cette dictature et on y mettra fin.
Kabila is barred by constitutional term limits for running again, and his opponents say the election delay is a maneuver to keep him in power. The president's allies deny this and say he will respect the Constitution.
To deny, but the fact on the ground is that we will not be where we are today if the Congolese government took every measure to make sure that there are free and fair elections taking place in 2016. But at the call for the population, what we are hearing consistently is that the Congolese government has to be held accountable for using brute force against its own population. That's something that has not happened over the years, and that is also something that the international community is not doing. The Congolese people do not need letters of condemnation of the killings. They need action.
The United States has threatened further sanctions against the Kabila regime, but some critics say they believe it's just lip service. The U.S. is not interested in an oppositional force taking control of the country and its resources for the people.
When it comes to the Congolese government, I'm very clear that this is not a government that represents the people. They were installed by the American government. I can even go to the history of Joseph Kabila, as I always say that he did not ascend to power in 2001. Congo has a constitution. When the president dies, his son does not become president. We are not a monarchy. So the fact that Joseph Kabila in 2001 became the president of the Congo, I call that a coup d'etat. But because of U.S. support, the U.S. recognizing him as the president of the Congo, the international community followed suit. In 2006, the elections were marred by irregularities. But the United States single-handedly encouraged his Western partner to support this young man called Joseph Kabila. Why did they really want him to be president at the time? Because he seemed to have provided to the U.S. unfettered access to Congo's resources.
For The Real News, this is Jessel Noor.